Good morning, brothers and sisters. I usually listen to the audio Bible while I'm having my breakfast. I will use my mobile phone for playing the audio Bible. I will listen to the Bible while I'm eating, when I'm making my smoothie, or preparing dinner for my families. Or I may listen to the messages from the meeting. All these are part of my sweet daily living, and I got much help through this practice. Brothers and sisters, if you want to master your daily living, you need to plan for it. You also need to set some time, how to make use of those time breaks to come before the Lord. I've mentioned when you went out of your house, you can look up to the sky and say, I love you to the Lord and Abba yesterday. Today, I mentioned to listen to the audio Bible or the messages in the meeting during breakfast. This is also a good anchor point in your life. I also like to remind you all to shout for joy, hymn singing and worshiping. A short period of time, even you sing 1 or 2 sentences of the hymn, then you can quiet yourself, think of the Lord and worship Him is also very good. Hope we can keep practicing our sweet daily living. May the Lord bless you. Brothers and sisters, what verse I'd like to share with you is in Romans chapter 14 verse 12. And it said, So then, each of us will give an account of himself to God. The words mentioned here, we will give our account to God. One day, every single one of us need to give our account to God. Talking about giving an account, do you remember the 3 servants in the 4 Gospels? The one who had 5 talents make a profit of 5 more talents. Another one have 2 talents, make a profit of 2 more talents. Actually, their reward received were the same. The master told them to make use of your strength and wisdom to bear the responsible of the amount I gave you. The master knew their situation and their strength were different. Therefore, the master gave them different amount of capital. Brothers and sisters, remember, no matter whether you think you are better or worse than other people, or you have more or less than others, guess what? God is equitable, for He really knows our situation. He will give according to our ability. The point is not how much or how little you have, but have you given the appropriate response according to your strength to respond to God? You see, the rewards they received were the same. Therefore, we shouldn't feel inferior or be proud of yourself. For whether you feel inferior or be proud, for this is not an appropriate account to God. Many brothers and sisters are very ordinary, but I have great admiration, for they have done something great out of their ordinary life. I was thinking, one day they will receive a great reward from the Lord in heaven. Brothers and sisters, pay attention on the things which we have and use it carefully. Don't be lazy for not using it. God has given you some wonderful gifts. He has given you the ability for helping others. I hope you can discover the reward from God and make a good use out of it. The Bible has mentioned the servants who received 5 talents and 2 talents. They used the money for trading at once without delay. Therefore, they got the returns very soon. Actually, the money will belong to the master. The Bible has clearly mentioned the master entrusts to them his property. The money must belongs to the master, but not the servants. The Bible also said the master has returned later on and settled the accounts with them. It meant that to find out what were the growth of his property, So it was an appropriate request from the Master. Brothers and sisters, one day we will see the Lord with our eyes. We will give our account before God, and it will be the time for His praising on us. We will not have any lost, for we have already saved at the end. But do you remember the third servant? The Bible has mentioned he was so lazy and furious. We shall not like this servant. I hope we will be praised by the Lord when we give our account to Him. I'd like to tell you a story. A professor has reminded his students a million times that to have their mobile phone fully charged to 100% for his class. He would check it as soon as he walked into the class. After the checking, all the students' mobile phone has fully charged. Then the class starts. When the professor was talking in the class, do you know what had happened to the students? What are they doing? That's right, they were looking at their phone, blazing on the Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or the video. Just 5 minutes before the class finished, this professor said, "Everybody come to me with your phone. Let me have a look how much percent of the battery was left on a phone." The percentage of the battery left on a phone are your marks of this semester. The students were so scared, for many of them have used up the battery on the phone during the class. The story reminds us that God also gives us 100% in our life. Have you made the most of it? Or have you spent sparingly on your own things? How much have you left? Brothers and sisters, we need to give our account to God one day. I hope we make good use out of your life. Make use of your gift from God to bless the world. God is so good. He is God of reward, but not punishment. May the Lord bless us.